It's Tuesday, so we will do our part to make the world a better place. It's also Toon Tuesday, where we have an innovative movie that opened many eyes, 1952 Man Alive. Wrestling Report, Raw Results, NXT Preview, Wrestling News. And the perfect pickle, Good Samaritans. Now to the Toon Tuesday. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Toon Tuesday, we have a very good one. Man Alive, 1952, is an Oscar-nominated animated short film from the American Cancer Society, produced by UPA, that uses a car analogy to encourage men to seek medical attention for potential cancer symptoms. 1952, and they were proactive, so sit back and enjoy.
The great out of doors, restful, calm, majestic. There's nothing like it to give you the feeling that it's great to be alive. Everyone shares in the feeling. Everyone, that is, except Ed Parmalee. Ed has a problem. No, it isn't Marion, his wife. It's this. Ed doesn't know what's making that noise. What's more, he's afraid to find out. Why? He's scared it might be something serious, and his fear has frozen his judgment. He knows something is the matter with the engine, but because he's scared of what it might be, he won't admit anything's wrong. That's what a simple fear can do. Here are some other things it can do.
Ed, what's that noise?
Noise? What noise?
Ed's not really an idiot. He's simply denying the source of anxiety, pretending there's nothing there. Fear can also make us project.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
Oh, I get it. Knock, knock. Who's there? Marion. Marion who? Marion Haste, Repentant Leisure.
Or, if that doesn't work, there's the camouflage called icy disdain.
Why don't you go back to Glasner's garage? Now, Ed, you're just being stubborn. Just the way you are about your stomach trouble.
Oh, for crying out loud, lay off, will you?
And that was the last refuge in ducking the issue. Anger. Unreasoning anger. But you can't drive away anxiety about your car or your stomach by denial, sarcasm, or anger. There are always reminders.
Forget it.
And there comes a time when it's impossible to ignore the trouble any longer. So you may want advice. It's easy to get.
Looks bad. Once they start to go, it's curtains.
Valve lock. Grind a camshaft.
Ah, report a widget fittings.
My brother-in-law had the same trouble. Bluey.
Ed is now more confused and worried than he was before. But what's this? Save expensive repair bills. Recondition your own motor. Results guaranteed. Well, there are the results. And they're guaranteed.
Now, will you take it to Glasner's, Ed?
Well, I'll tell you what I'd do, Mac. A place down the road a ways, a fellow named Clyde. Got a special system for taking a motor down. Save you some dough.
This is Clyde. Got a special system for taking a motor apart.
Little worse shape than I figured, Jack. I gotta put in king-size ring flangers, thermodistillate pump suppressors, and mill a casing mount.
Ed didn't save a dime by going to Clyde.
Too bad, Mr. Parmalee. Wish you'd brought it in when the trouble first started. Now... Well, here's the tariff. We replace it. What's the matter, Mr. Parmalee? Something bothering you?
Yes, something's bothering Ed. His stomach. As Marion said, it's been on the blink for a couple of weeks now. Again, Ed's worried and scared. Worried that his indigestion might be something serious, and scared to face the problem. So, when the subject comes up...
Why do you take that stuff all the time, Ed?
He uses the same bag of tricks. Denial.
What do you mean? I don't take it all the time.
Laughing it off.
I don't think it does you any good.
Well, well, the Florence Nightingale of Blake Street.
We were talking about your stomach.
Icy disdain. And finally, anger.
Ed, I wish you'd go and see a doctor.
Out! Get out!
Just a minute, Ed.
Huh?
You're being pretty difficult, you know.
I'm being difficult.
Right. The same as you were about your, car.
Oh.
You know, your body's a lot like your car motor, except that it's a little harder to buy new parts for it. When your motor's in good shape, it runs like this. When something goes wrong, it usually gives you a warning. Your body usually gives you a warning, too. When it does, it's best to pay attention and do something about it.
Do something? My medicine cabinet is loaded with stuff.
Ed, using that in your stomach is like using this in your engine. It's dangerous. Look, Ed, you've had indigestion for more than a couple of weeks. Remember that signboard? It's something that could mean cancer.
Yeah. Well, I might as well give up then. Like the fellas were saying just the other day.
Cancer? Once it starts in, it's curtains.
Runs in the family.
Contagious, too.
My wife's uncle had it. Bluey. You've heard amateur diagnosis before. You ought to know what it's worth. Nothing.
Well, what can I do?
Very simple. Get your clothes on and go, right now, to see a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's perfectly right and normal to be afraid of cancer. Cancer is an enemy, but you don't fight it by getting panicky. Instead, you take positive action. You go to a man who has the weapons to fight the enemy. Wait a minute. Ed, that's not the man. Remember Clyde, the mechanic with the special system? This is the same type of operator. Yes, the only man to trust is a recognized physician. Ed's still pretty nervous.
All right, Mr. Parmalee.
You're always more scared of something you know nothing about. And Ed has a lot to learn about cancer. Here are the facts. Cancer is not contagious. Cancer is not hereditary. Cancer is curable. Thousands of Americans are cured of cancer every year by one or more of 3 recognized cures: surgery, X-ray, and radium. You see, a cancer is a group of cells within your body whose growth is uncontrolled and very rapid. At first, the cancer may be localized, but unless its growth is checked quickly, it spreads. It may spread this way by direct extension, or, which is even more dangerous, it may spread like this, with cells leaving the main part of the cancer and entering the bloodstream to lodge and grow in other parts of the body. This is called metastasis. It can happen to a cancer at any time. When it does, the problems of locating and attacking the cancer are greatly increased. Cancer must be found and treated before it extends too far or metastasizes. Early examination is half the battle in successful cancer treatment. That means going to a doctor. With new scientific methods, we can accurately detect cancer much earlier than we could even 5 years ago. But in order to get to a doctor early, we must constantly be on the lookout for cancer's danger signals. Watch for these. Any sore that does not heal, a lump or thickening in the breast or elsewhere, unusual bleeding or discharge, any change in a wart or mole, persistent indigestion or difficulty in swallowing, persistent hoarseness or cough, any change in normal bowel habits. Thousands of people are enjoying life today because they went to their doctors early. But the fact is that twice as many people could be cured of cancer every year if we would all do these things. Watch for the danger signals. Ignore rumor mongers. Keep away from quacks. Put no trust in so-called home remedies for cancer. Go to the doctor regularly for checkups and go immediately when a symptom shows up that might. But here's Ed again a few days later, waiting for the results of his examination.
All right, Mr. Parmalee.
Well, Ed, here are the answers you've been waiting for.
Ed realizes now how valuable was the time he wasted in denial, sarcasm, and anger.
And worry. To get to the point you're most concerned about, though, Ed, you do not have cancer.
I don't... Oh, what a knucklehead I've been. Oh, why didn't I get down here weeks ago? Oh, boy, no more worrying.
Hold it, Ed. It is foolish to worry day and night about cancer, but it's just as foolish not to worry about it at all. Be on guard. Don't let fear make a mess of your life again, but use your good common sense. Well, Ed's not making the same mistake twice. Now he watches for warning signals and goes to a doctor every 6 months for a checkup, no matter how well he may feel. Oh, yes, and so does Marion. And what a difference it makes, ensuring their health, their peace of mind, and their dispositions. Ed and Marion are able to enjoy life to its fullest.
Man Alive, 1952, is an Oscar-nominated animated short film from the American Cancer Society, produced by UPA, that uses a car analogy to encourage men to seek medical attention for potential cancer symptoms. The film follows a man who ignores his car's warning lights and his own stomach problems, illustrating the dangers of denial and the importance of early detection and treatment, with a hopeful message about modern cures. Directed by William T. Hertz, it's noted for its innovative use of animation and humor to tackle a serious subject for a male audience. As mentioned, proactive medical cartoon was very innovative. Purpose: to educate men about cancer and persuade them to see a doctor, using a relatable comparison between car maintenance and personal health. A brilliant use of a cartoon, where it's whimsical and poignant. Plot: a man, Ed, ignores his car's issues and his own physical symptoms, but eventually learns a lesson about seeking professional help for both, realizing he shouldn't make the same mistake with his body. This was something back in the day. Today, going to the doctor is second nature, but back then was a stigma, especially for men. Style: it features the distinctive, modern animation style of UPA, United Productions of America, with bold colors and exaggerated movement to convey emotion, and was directed by William T. Hertz. The styling was very innovative at the time. Message: it promotes early detection and treatment, highlighting that many people were being cured or entering remission, and counters the fear that often leads to delaying care. This message can still be relevant today. Significance: it was a pioneering educational film for its time, using humor and animation to reach a male audience, and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Documentary Short. Now let's go to the wrestling report. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wrestling report. Raw results. The show starts with Jacob Fatu acknowledgement of the OTC. It's straightforward and plays out for the next 100 years of wrestling storytelling. Match 1. King of the Ring. Oba Femi defeated Solo, Carmelo and Penta. Oba rages after his loss to Brock Lesnar and he made his opponents pay. Outside interference from Tama and Tala Tonga received the lion's share of the abuse. Then Oba Femi had choice words for Brock Lesnar. Match 2. Tag match. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee defeat Ethan Page and Rusev. Very entertaining, but the seems pointless, and where will it lead? The biggest misstep was Ethan taking the pin. Saul Ricard was interviewed. She said she appreciates Becky Lynch, but no one in the locker room should take her lightly. Match 3. Queen of the Ring. Iyo Sky defeats Julia, Roxanne Perez and Lash Legend. A great highlight of the women's division. Of course, being in Italy, Julia could have won or at least not taken the pin. Match 4. Main event. Seth Rollins defeats Braun Breaker with Paul Heyman. This match was excellent. The chemistry between the stars is brilliant. The outside antics added layers and Montez aligning with Sate is interesting. Wow. Now to NXT Preview. NXT will be match heavy. Duck State is raising Kane but picked a fight with North American champion Miles Bourne and Tivian Heights. Tate Wilder faces the Carolina Reaper Jackson Drake. Lizzie Rain faces Zarya. WWE Speed Championship. Lexis King, C, faces Romeo Moreno. And the main event, NXT World Championship. Tony D'Angelo, C, versus Cum Hendricks. Now to the wrestling news. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wrestling news. WWE. Finn Balor is officially on SmackDown, so that could mean several things. Rhea and Damian are already there, so there could be a Judgment Day OG edition. And maybe a US title run. Plus in the King Queen of the Ring news. Oba Femi advances and Iyo Sky advances. AEW. All Elite Wrestling AEW today announced that AEW Grand Slam, Mexico will return to Arena Mexico on Wednesday, August 5th. This is opening the door to the international market for AEW fans. Working with CMLL will open the doors. TNA. It was reported that this Thursday, the Elegance brand's Mr. Elegance will participate in a mixed-gender match against Knockouts World Champion Lei Ying Li. I know it won't be the case, but the Knockouts title should be up for grab, especially Tessa Blanchard once won the men's world title. It would be something slightly funny. Well, now to the good news of the day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good news of the day. Global and medical highlights. Parkinson's treatment breakthrough. Herantis Pharma received positive feedback from the FDA to finalize the Phase 2A study design for its groundbreaking Parkinson's disease treatment, HER096. Herantis reports positive FDA feedback and finalizes Phase 2A study design for HER096. This is great news. Scientific advancements. Researchers and health observers note that recent scientific and medical advancements are moving at an inspiring pace, giving people plenty to celebrate. COVID-19 update, common cold, ticks, and lot SSSS of good news. With a lot of confusion with media reports, a little bit more comfort in an uncomfortable world. Local and community focus. Midwest Wisconsin. Safer streets for kids. The Michigan Department of Transportation is actively distributing funding to local schools to build safer pedestrian and bike routes for students. Michigan schools receive funding for bike, pedestrian safety, directly benefiting the broader Great Lakes region. Summer is often the scariest time because of clueless drivers or people just not paying attention. National Heritage. June 2 marks the 102nd anniversary of the Indian Citizenship Act of 1924, which granted full U.S. citizenship to all American Indians born within territorial limits. Today in history. June 2, Queen Elizabeth II crowned. A historic day. Now to the perfect pickle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's Tuesday, so we go for the often overlooked good in the world, the perfect pickle. Good Samaritans are the social glue that sustains community trust and safety. They step in to help strangers without expecting a reward, reinforcing our shared humanity. While these acts are crucial, the phenomenon of the vanishing Good Samaritan is largely driven by fear of liability, the bystander effect, and modern hyper-individualism. The importance of Good Samaritans builds social trust. When people see others stepping in to help, it fosters a general sense of security and belonging within a community. Doing good should be innate. Having good neighbors is something we all should strive for. The importance of doing good for the betterment of society creates a ripple effect. Acts of kindness are highly contagious. One person's willingness to assist encourages others to pay it forward. Paying forward. It's something that should just be programmed in our brains. Fills systemic gaps. Spontaneous help provides immediate, vital support in emergencies where official services, like police or medical, cannot arrive immediately. Doing good for the only purpose of doing good. Today it almost seems like people are only seeking compliments or rewards without thinking about humanity. Maybe society has become so jaded that they don't care about humanity. While it seems rare to see people do good, bystander effect in public, individuals are less likely to offer help when other people are present, often assuming someone else will take responsibility. People don't want to help because there are so many factors. People have just become something that goes against the basics. Fear of legal repercussions. Many hesitate to assist due to anxiety about making a medical situation worse or being sued. However, legal protections like the Good Samaritan law exist to shield people who act in good faith from civil liability, hyperconnectivity, and distraction. Modern life is fast-paced, and people are frequently distracted by their phones or personal obligations, making them less likely to notice others in distress. Scary that trying to help someone could get you in trouble. Maybe one of the reasons why people have become jaded because laws have bastardized doing good. Concerns for personal safety. In an increasingly polarized and sometimes unpredictable world, people hesitate to approach strangers for fear of scams, aggressive behavior, or becoming victims of crime themselves. As the central theme, humanity has become selfish, uncaring, and sadly inhumane. We need to go back to caring for our fellow humans. Stop being negative and judgmental. Well, I hope this inspires the viewers to become proactive to help and be the good Samaritan that makes the difference. Until tomorrow, do good and forget it, do bad and you'll always be watching your barbecue.